Like, it wouldn't make it happen.
It's always something the way you want to happen.
Exactly.
Welcome everyone to This Is It podcast. I'm your co-host Corey Roy, along with my partner in crime Hollywood. What's up, brother?
What's going on? It's your boy Hollywood DA. We about to turn the horns down for the day, yo. We wilding today, yo. I got the devil's juice in the music. I said in the music, in the cup. Because I was thinking about one thing because something was on the TV. I said, I got the devil's juice in the cup, so it's going to be whatever. What's going on? I'm talking that shit today. Marvel, what if?
That's what's up, man. My man Phenom 202, what's going on, brother?
Yo, what's good? Phenom 202, DDA representative, yo. Hey, yo, this episode, I'm ready to get into it. Let's get it, yo.
All right, man, let's get into this episode. So thank you, everyone, for listening. If you are tuning to us now on YouTube, please go ahead and hit that like button. It's free, y'all. So go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We love to get you guys involved in the community that we have growing here. We're also on Anchor, Spotify, Apple. You can go to any of those streaming platforms and check us out. But hey, let's not hold this up any longer. What if episode 3? And this episode is entitled, What If the World Lost Its Mightiest Heroes? Going through the beginning of this episode, right out the gate, I noticed that it had Tom Hiddleston have reprised his role in this, Mark Ruffalo, Jeremy Renner, Samuel Jackson, and some others. So this episode starts right off, which is very interesting. It starts off with the scene of Iron Man 3 with Tony Stark's on top of the donut shop. And Samuel Jackson is in a car with Black Widow, and they're going to meet Tony Stark's, and things just don't go the way we knew they went in the MCU. Because typically at this point, Tony Stark is infected, and Black Widow gives him an injection to make him feel better. But in this particular opening scene, she gives him an injection, and it goes left. Dude actually dies right there on the donut shop floor. So I'm going to stop right there. But this really sets the whole precedence of what this episode is going to be like, of how all of this turns out. But before I go into any more detail of this episode, I'm going to go around the round table. Ali, what were your thoughts of this episode, just generally in that open scene? And then I'm going to go to you, Phenom. Ali, what was your thoughts?
Yeah, with this opening scene, honestly, like this would you played the joint. I saw a little blurb about what the episode's about, what the joint I watched it on. It was like a serial killer kills the Avengers, blah blah blah. So I was like, all right, that's what it is. Like some stuff about to go down here. But for it to happen in like the first couple of minutes, like I was like, oh damn, killed our man Tony Stark's like, oh. I was like, yeah, this is about to be something good. So I was in it from the beginning, off the jump. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Had me thinking twice about that vaccine I'm double shot. At the same time, I was like, if I would saw this episode beforehand, if anything, this is the worst shit ever. Because them anti-vaxxers don't be on it. They're like, yo, you ain't watched that Marvel What If? But you know what I'm saying. But I'm good. No, it was good.
Right. Bro, man, Phenom, what were your thoughts on this episode, man? The way it started off, this episode in general, the opening scene. Give me your thoughts, brother.
Yo, the episode in general was super fire. Yo. It was better than the first two. And I'm like, I always thought about, like, I hated movies where the hero died and the villain wins and all that stuff. Like, that's just me. But just to see, I just watched the episode like 30 minutes before we got on. So I didn't read anything about it. I'm not going to read anything about any of these what ifs anymore.
Yeah.
Because I want to be surprised. I was definitely surprised, like, Iron Man got killed right off the rip. You know what I mean? And Black Widow, I knew that was a Scarlett Johansson voice. But when I got off, I saw who reprised her voice. It was Lane, whatever, the chick that plays Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn, animated.
Great job.
But yeah, it set the tone, man.
I agree, man. When I watched this episode, I started noticing kind of a beat by beat of Iron Man 3, and I was like, I remember this part where Tony Stark is on top of the donut shop, and he's, meets Samuel Jackson in the shop, and Nick Fury wants to recruit him for the Avengers initiative, and he's like, look, I don't want to do your initiative, blah, blah, blah. And then he talks about the stuff he's gotten coming out the side of his neck. Black Widow comes up, shoots him, and then all of a sudden he feels a little better. But of course, in this situation, it goes left. I was so shocked right out the gate where Tony Stark got canned. I was like, whoa, I did not expect that, because he's the main guy of the MCU, and you kill this guy in the first 3 minutes of this show. Murder. So the way this episode, I really, really enjoyed this episode because it kept me on edge through the whole episode, and it kept me guessing like what was going to happen next, who was or wasn't going to make it. And we'll go through this movie on each particular person and how they did not make it. And eventually we all know at the end who was the person that was behind it all along. But anyway, let's go on to the next episode. So no, we don't have any comment. Okay, so let's go on to the next scene. So then Black Widow does her thing. It gets to a point where now it's showing scenes from the Thor movie. So this is when I was like, okay, this is going to be really interesting on how this is all going to play out. So Thor now is breaking into a facility where his hammer landed on Midgard, which is Earth. And as soon as he gets to the hammer, Nick Fury, Jeremy Renner reprises his role as Hawkeye and is about to shoot Thor. Nick Fury tells him, hold on, don't take the shot. And then as soon as Thor is about to pick up the hammer, he lets go of the arrow and shoots the guy dead in his chest, and then he dies. And I'm like, whoa, that's two in a span of 5 minutes in this show. I was completely shocked. Now, when this happened, did you guys think that Jeremy Renner really did shoot him? They might have slipped up, or did you think somebody pulled it other than him? Ali, I'll go with you first.
All right. Well, no, I was just saying, I lied. No, of course, I didn't. I was like, Black Widow and him. Come on, man, it ain't going down like that. So I knew something was up. And I ain't gonna lie. This is the most screen time Hawkeye should. That's his name? Hawkeye should ever get. Hawkeye. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yeah. This is the biggest kill he ever got. It's in an animation, and needs to stay right here because that motherfucker's worthless. I shoot arrows. Like, come on, man. Don't know how to get fucking. Right. Jeremy Renner, they tried to make you born, and guess what happened? Matt Damon said, nah, I'll take it back. Like literally, he got one movie that took it back. You don't be Hawkeye? Nah, bro. We don't give a fuck. So, but just in general though, I was surprised though. Like, oh, they killed Thor off like that too. I did like the little banter they had like on the joints. Like, he had the golden locks. Had the golden locks. Yeah. Like, I done cut my hair down. Somebody should have kept it up. If I knew this was gonna happen, I would have kept it up. That was a sign. This is a sign right now for me to grow it back. Yo, he had the golden locks. Everybody was like, yo, he does have some nice hair. That's how that's how the white girls used to do me when I had my hair. Joke. Nah, the white girls used to be like, yo, can I touch your hair? Like when I'm like, yo, no. Because I felt like a black woman at one point. I was like, yo, stop touching my hair. Yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? But either way, the golden locks. Let's go.
All right, Phenom, man. What were your thoughts on this whole thing about this scene with Thor? Because there were a lot of things that were beat from the original, but of course it does go left because Hawkeye does kill him, or at this point, so to speak. What were your whole thoughts about this whole scene with Thor and this whole thing?
My first thought was, yo, you just got killed by Hawkeye, yo.
I know, yo. That's disrespectful. My bad, Phenom. That's disrespectful, yo. Like the die by Hawkeye, that's disrespectful. Go ahead.
Out of all the MCU characters, Thor gets killed by Hawkeye. That was my first thought. But no, I definitely like the way they took away from the movie when Thor broke into this facility, started messing everybody up to get his hammer. Mm-hmm. So I thought he shot him on accident because of the thunder that came. I thought he misheard communication.
Me too.
But I was just on the edge of my seat, yo. Like I said, I didn't do any reading behind this, so I'm just sitting there, and I'm bad at watching stuff and not going to Wikipedia. This won't happen. Like that's all.
Yeah, I'm a Reddit dude. I will jump on Reddit in a second.
I thought this was so good, because one, I remember watching the Thor movie, and I was like, oh man, they're doing kind of the same beats. And I remember getting to this moment, I was like, is he going to let him pick up the hammer? And I was really wondering what was going to happen. Of course, the lightning happens at the same time, thunder, and then he flicks the arrow dead in the middle of his chest and he dies. And I was like, damn, they really did that. I mean, like, for real.
Corey, so all the times Thor gets shot and stabbed and all that shit, like a god dies by a Hawkeye arrow, though?
But see, the reason why is because in this particular scene in the MCU, this is the only time Thor is mortal. Because on Asgard, his father, Odin, strips his powers and everything away because Thor does something very foolish. And he
started a war.
Yes, he started a war. So he stripped him of all his powers, of everything godlike, and sent him to Earth. So he was a regular mortal when he arrived on Earth. So that's why he was able to get killed by Hawkeye's arrow at that particular point in this MCU. So that was but it was so funny though, because they always talked about the long flowy hair and hanging his hair and shit. I'm like, dude. And they even talk about how well he smells, even when he's dead. Like, he smells like lavender.
And Dean, you've just been nerded out by Corey Rohr.
Yeah, man. I had
that was good talk there. That was a good explanation, because I was thinking the same too. I can't talk the same thing. And when I was like, arrows just don't take out Thor. Like, that's all it took.
Yeah, that's true. And the reason is why, because there was a small moment on Earth where he was mortal, because he had to be deemed worthy in order to lift Mjolnir, which is the hammer. And until he showed himself worthy, he was immortal. And it wasn't until actually Thor died is when the hammer then lifted and came to him, because he sacrificed himself to save people. So yeah, that's why he was able to kill him, which kind of sucks though. But moving on to the next scene, okay, then it goes from Thor to the next Avenger, which is Banner. Of course, Black Guy's now on a mission now, because she's
hold up, Corey. You got to rewind. You forgot. Okay, Hawkeye.
You know what it is? It's Hawkeye. It's such an irrelevant Avenger.
And I'm gonna rewind a little bit farther. How you said that Thor had to prove himself. Like, one time my wife, she was like, you can't pick me up, I can't marry you. I was like, oh shit. She ain't even a big girl, but back then I won't lift the weight. So I was like, fuck this shit. Toss her ass up though. My bad. Go ahead. And she's not a big girl, just so y'all know. I was a little man at the time.
Oh man, that's hilarious. So go ahead, Fee. Now you said you want to rewind back to the Hawkeye.
Yeah, so no, I mean, like, because Hawkeye was like, I ain't shoot him. Like, I don't miss. I don't do stuff like that. And then they go and talk to him. He dead.
Yeah,
he dead.
And then supposedly he chewed on a cyanide capsule, is what they're saying. Yeah.
Nah, he ain't gonna kill himself. He got wife and kids. If he's gonna go out, he's gonna go out with a bang. He ain't gonna go out like that.
I agree. I thought that was like, damn. That's when I really started like thinking somebody's up to this shit. But I couldn't figure out who though. I kept thinking the whole time, like, who was doing this? But we find out at the end it was a little tiny guy.
Yeah. I don't lie. I was thinking it was some like extraterrestrial or some character that I just don't know about outside the MCU universe as far as movies go. But we'll keep moving. But yeah, I think at that time everybody was like, "What the hell? Like, what the fuck?" Like, especially because he was in the cell by himself, and everybody was like, "Nobody went in the cell. He just is it the cyanide?" I mean, I didn't believe. I don't think anybody believed it was cyanide, but it was just like, why? What happened?
It shows that it wasn't air. Them cells ain't airtight, yo. Like at least a roach or an ant can get in that motherfucker.
Yeah, that's true. We got a comment here from looks like. Go ahead, Phenom. I'm sorry.
I said or a yellow jacket, but we'll keep talking.
Right.
Ant, yellow jacket.
All right, we got a comment here from looks like we got a comment from Vader. So let's check this out.
What's going on, fellas? Great topic. And yes, I was shocked as all get out to see the original Ant-Man out there killing Avengers when he helped form the Avengers. I'm just saying.
Spoiler alert.
Let's go ahead. I mean, we're talking about the whole thing right here, so let's go ahead and do it. What were you guys' thoughts when you got to the end and actually saw that Hank Pym Ant-Man was the one that was killing all the Avengers the whole time. Ali, I'll start with you.
Well, I'll tell you the most thing that I can say. The most thing. What I was impressed with the most was that they had him looking like my man. I was like, oh shit, y'all guys really looking. Yo, y'all looking good at animation, player. Like, but when it got to that point, it was like, it all makes sense. But I guess eventually, fuck it, we don't do it. See, he done ruined the show like how I ruined the show. No, Vader, good comment. But I just fuck around and I just blow all the time continuum up. Like I'm Doctor Strange when it comes to this shit. But I never understood how Fury figured out it was him. That's why I was. That's why I was lost. Okay. Honestly, really, that's the only reason I came on this chat tonight, because I was gonna be like, yo, fuck this episode. But then I was like, I don't know how he figured out it was him.
Okay, well, good question, man. So, Athena, you want to address that issue? How you figured out?
So, all right. So I know we're skipping around a little bit, but this is a key part. So Black Widow, super smart, super nosy. You know what I'm saying? She goes to Manassas, Virginia, which
shout out to DA.
Yeah, 2 up, 2 down, DMV. Like Manassas, Virginia is fucking 10 minutes from my. I'm like,
there we go.
Out of all
the video.
Manassas, Virginia, yo. So
yeah, there you go.
But she's in a library trying to figure out what's going on. She stumbles across somebody who died 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. Figured out what she called Fury. She was like Hope. So if you don't remember from Ant-Man, Hope was Dr. Pym's daughter.
She said Hope in the voicemail.
She said Hope in the voicemail, and then Fury figured it out that she was talking about Hope Van Dyne or whatever. But one thing about it I didn't like, and this is something like the first comment was, what would I change? I would want to know how Hope died. They said she died as an Avenger or doing a mission with S.H.I.E.L.D., but how did she die? It would have been good if they did one like a flashback to show like her getting killed. But also, if you notice in this, they showed all the Avengers dying, but they didn't show Black Widow dying. They never show women dying on TV in cartoons.
They never showed that. I will admit though, that Black Widow scene where she is in the library and being like, it was pretty brutal. It was pretty vicious. It was kind of scary looking.
She's definitely fighting the Invisible Man. I was like, oh shit. Right?
I didn't know what that was. I was like, is this a ghost? Like, what? There's a poltergeist in the room? I mean, it was pretty intense.
Because at that point we didn't know what was she was fighting.
Exactly.
It was definitely too hot to handle, too cold to hold. We call it the Ghostbusters and we in control type of situation. I was like, yo, get my boy with the backpack. Let's go.
Yeah, you make a really good point, Phoenix. It makes you wonder, like, what in the hell? How did Hope die? I would have liked to have seen that in this thing. But yeah, Alec, to answer your question, the reason why is because Hope at least was one of the beginning people of the Avengers Initiative that went on missions for S.H.I.E.L.D. So he hadn't actually started the Avengers Initiative yet, but she was working for S.H.I.E.L.D. She went on some missions and died, and Hank Pym holds S.H.I.E.L.D., responsible for her death. So he went on
and his wife's death, because he said he blames
his wife. That's correct. Yeah, that's correct too. And his wife. So he went on this rampage, killing everybody. It's crazy. And then when they showed how he killed everybody, I was like, yo, this is crazy, yo.
Because I'm surprised with the whole. I don't lie. Well, fuck it, yo. Like I said, we already out of order anyway. I'm just gonna get to it. Corey, you can bring it back though. How he killed the Hulk, yo. I was like, because when the Hulk died, I was like, the Hulk can't die, because the more you make him hurt, the more you make him angry, the more you make him anything, he just be more Hulk.
Yeah. Bullets don't hurt him. Nothing hurt him.
That shocked me too. I was like, how when they were killing all the Avengers, the first thing I thought of was like, how you gonna kill the Hulk? You can't kill the Hulk.
Yeah.
Nobody can kill the Hulk. But he did something different. Instead of trying to go from the outside in, he went from the inside out. That's how he killed him. And I was like, oh shit, I never thought about that. Like, he went down to his damn heart and shit and shot some in his heart. to make his heart get
You
all.
gotta think when the Hulk gets bad, because Bullet can't kill it because you don't shoot him. He just don't get more mad and more powerful.
Right.
They probably get the heart
Right.
pumping, do some other. It's like it just got to the point where his heart was like pumping, like yeah. It's just wild.
Like he died Big Trouble Little China style. Yo,
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. There was a dog in the alley.
Yep. When dude saw his master die, like he dead on Loki was dead on the floor. Puffing up and blew up.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Big Trouble in Little China, great movie.
Exact same thing. I thought the exact same thing of Big Trouble in Little China. I was like, "Where's Jack Burton? Where's Jack Burton?" You know, I mean, where's I mean, because that's exactly how the dude died on Big Trouble in Little China. He blew the fuck up, yo.
One of the best movies ever made, yo. I ain't no front, yo.
Facts, yo. I don't take no Big Trouble in Little China slander, yo, from nobody, yo.
So what's from the jump from the beginning to the ending, yo? From Rooter to Tutor. He lost his truck in the alley. He went to that alley. They was like, oh, they started fighting that shit. Motherfucker came out there with the spinning swords. He said, oh, USB joint. But he was like, but he wasn't even spinning. He was just like, had them shits on his hand. I was like, yo, we about to get some shit. But my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, for everybody that doesn't know, we're talking about Big Trouble in Little China. The movie came out in the 80s. Freaking classic, yo. Watch that movie, yo. You're going to love it, yo.
Still holds up to this day, man.
Yeah, it still holds up, man. It's got not Michael Douglas.
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell in it as Jack Burton.
Right? Yeah.
He always refers to himself in third person. That's like
but Corey, you just brought it back to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, yo.
Kurt Russell.
Jack Burton.
Jack Burton
is also.
That's right. So there you go. So we're going to go to from my man Vader again. Let's see what he's got to say.
Whoa. Wait a minute now. Wolverine can kill the Hulk. And he did. Well, he will in the future. And the whole Ant-Man killing the Hulk, that was... They kind of stole that from a previous comic storyline where the Ant-Man kind of basically gave him more of a... He didn't kill him, but gave him kind of an ear infection. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm definitely going to let Corey handle this one because, I don't know.
Well, look, I'm going to be honest. I do not know that comic book of the Ant-Man giving Hulk the ear infection, so that's completely new to me. But look, we know that Vader knows his stuff because this dude's been collecting comics for like years. So
yes, sir.
I go with you, man. If you said that happened, but I'll be thinking, why couldn't the Hulk? I mean, it's the Hulk. Why can't he fight an ear infection though? But I don't know. It must have been one hell of an ear infection to kill him.
Vader could tell me the Hulk caught the clap and died. I'll be like, yo, yeah, it was the 60s. I said, Panisello running like that. They're like, yo, the Hulk caught chlamydia. I was like, what? The Hulk? Chlamydia took him up. I don't know. It sounds right to me, yo.
And talking about the Hulk, the next movie is based off of the second installment, The Incredible Hulk, where Edward Norton is playing the Hulk. Now, in this one particular part in this movie, the Hulk could never get excited to have sex because he would Hulk out, man. That was one thing I was like, yo, that's really fucked up.
Oh man, that's why he was always angry.
Yeah,
yes.
He needed to let a load go.
Unless you need a dumb motherfucker like myself to write the story, because I would have had a hell of a story. A couple of y'all Jones out there gave me blue pre-marriage. A couple of y'all gave me some blue balls. I would have hulked up on your ass. No, let me stop. Yeah. We in the mood. Man, I mean, it ain't right either way. Right. I'm sorry. Let me stop. We about to race the last 10 seconds of this conversation. But y'all don't watch anyway, so fuck it. We keep it in. Let's go.
Well, look, man, after this, of course, we know that Thor dies, and then all of a sudden Loki shows up with all this army from Asgard.
That shit was fire.
Havoc, yo. I was like, oh, man, it's on right now. He comes out with this ice gun, starts mauling and icing people down. I'm like, oh, yo, it's on. And Nick Fury really doesn't know what to do. He said, look, man, look. We'll find a killer for you, blah, 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 blah. So Loki then gives him a proposition like, all right, if you can find a killer, I give you 24 hours, which is really interesting because you see a different kind of characteristic from Loki. He's still Loki, the god of mischief, but he's kind of he's kind of really trying to do something for his brother. But then at the end, of course, we see that he really is just all about glorious purpose. It's all part of the Loki scheme, you know, like he now has found another realm to conquer and be his own. So did y'all think at the end where y'all thought that Loki decides to try to take over Earth anyway?
I was happy for Loki, actually. You know what I'm saying? We tackled a whole 6-episode iteration of Loki. He was trying to fight to get his world, you know, and he finally got his world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Finally, yeah. And that's what I mean. Like, I don't know, but there's one movie I saw which I hated because I don't know if you ever saw the movie Knowing with Nicolas Cage, when, you know, basically the world's about to end and they came to get these kids and take them off because they were smart and all that stuff, and then the whole world blow up. And then at the end of the movie, like, this shit is stupid. This is the opposite. This is when you want the bad guy to win and enslave everybody, because for the past 15 years, Loki's been trying to do it and finally did it. And it felt right. Because Nick Fury was like, all right, you can leave my planet now. He's like, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, he said, I'm good.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
He said, I think I might extend my stay.
I might extend my stay. Yeah, for real. Yeah, go ahead, Ollie. What were your thoughts?
No, I'm running right along, yo. I'm running right along, yo. You know what I'm saying? Loki came down, say, word, we don't do this. Boom, boom. Loki. I had to lie. I didn't know it was Loki because even Cam was like, what are you talking about? Because I was like, yo, that's not Nick Fury. Like, as soon as he punched Ant-Man a couple of times, I was like, yo, he can't punch Ant-Man like that. Then when he was like, yo, you're pretty limber in your old age, I was like, yo, that's Loki. Cam was like, what are you talking about? I was like, yo, that's Loki. He was like, what? I was like, yo, that's Loki, yo. Like, I knew it was Loki then at that point. You know what I mean? Because in my head, I was just thinking, yo, if this motherfucking, I guess I'm gonna call him Ant-Man for lack of a better term, because really wasn't at this point. It would have been an Ant-Man. He's different, but it wouldn't have been an Ant-Man because, you know, it was whatever. But I was just
costume was totally different.
Yeah, but I was just like, yo, if he could kill all these people, he's fucking up Black Widow. I mean, Nick Fury could fight, but let's be real, yo. He's actually seeing them and punching them and this and that. I was like, it's not him. And then when once he said, you got that vigor of a young man, like he was like, yo, you basically said, yo, you popped the blue pill. Oh, your old ass start there with you. Like, yo, you popped the blue pill. You good? You good like that? Like, nah. And I was like, yo, that's.
But could it be the same? Could that be the same thing for the Yellow Jacket or whatever Ant-Man? Because that motherfucker was old too, and he was doing flips and fighting and shit and fucking everybody up too. Ain't nobody say nothing about that.
It don't matter how old you are when you go down to this little bit and then have the same power, like extend your power like an ant. Like an ant is this small. It's got like 100,000 times. Well, I don't know.
Right.
You know, Corey, you break it down. He'll break it down on that ant. But they got the 1,000 times punch. Like an ant can carry a fucking some shit that way like a 2,000 pound, 2,000 times more than this weight, I should say. So they got all that shit.
But ants ain't really fast and nimble. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I was like. This motherfucker old. I guess the suit make you fucking.
So you missing Miyagi now. You catching flies. Nigga, I'm gonna put you out in the back. I'm gonna put you in my yard. It'd be like, yo, I'll pay you $1,000. Catch some flies.
Look, man, if I threw a punch today, motherfucking go get a sandwich and come back, and I still be throwing a punch, yo.
Yeah,
so I know I'm fucking slow.
I was about to say,
Michael Douglas been slow too, and he wasn't.
I'm like,
I will say that. I will say that.
Keep talking.
I really love it. It was fucking hilarious. Back now.
That's my punches right now.
Hey man, I love the team, man. Ollie, I actually kind of shocked that you picked up on that so fast because I was watching, I didn't pick it up, but I was laughing the whole time as I was like, Nick Fury done turned into Morpheus from the Matrix.
Yeah, but that's why in my head. That's why I was like, yo, why is he so good? And I was like, oh, it's Loki.
It didn't hit me until he started disappearing around, and it was multiple of them, or he kept going phasing in and out, and I was like, "Whoa, that's not Nick Fury." But at first, I thought it might have been, but I was like, "Okay, is Nick Fury Morbius or Morpheus from the Matrix?" Because he started flipping and shit, and telegraphing.
Oh, and also he started smacking the fucking Ant-Man Bumblebee dude. And nobody else was doing that. I'm like, hold up. Even in the movie, I just watched Ant-Man this week, Ant-Man and the Wasp. And everybody was trying to smack him and shoot him and all that stuff. They couldn't see him. So I knew it had to be Loki after that.
Yeah, it was Loki. It was a good trick. It was a good trick. I ain't gonna lie. We got a couple comments. Oh, go ahead, Ollie.
No, I was just saying it was good. That's all I was saying. It was good.
All right, let's go to the comments real quick to see what we got.
You're talking about the what if. I've seen the two. The Peggy becoming the first soldier, super soldier. I thought that was very interesting, very nifty. The second one, I saw it, but I don't remember now what that was. You'd have to remind me. But the what if brings me back to the 1970s comic books, which I have them in mint condition here. Do you know anything about those?
Wow, Murph, that is awesome that you got those comics in mint condition. I saw a couple of them on the shelves where I lived in the country, and because we didn't really get a whole lot, and I was like, I'm not interested in getting this, but now I wish I did, because some of those stories from the What If comics, I've looked them up, and I'm really interested in buying the series because some of those are pretty damn good. But if you want to check out, if you like episode 1, you definitely should check out episode 2, because episode 2 is What If T'Challa was Star-Lord, and now we're talking about episode 3 is What If the Earth's Mightiest Superheroes didn't make it.
So I asked, what if Murph sold those comics? Do you think just spend the money on blow or prostitutes? Blow or haircuts? That's a. Which
Why not both?
Yeah. Ding ding ding! We have a winner.
All right, we got some more comments here.
Hey, what's up? You guys already know what it is. I think I heard some about to wrap up because I'm not really sure. But the What If episode 3, bro, this is the most exciting episode I've seen. I didn't even know where it was gonna even go. Like once they gave Tony Stark. Like once they introduced Nick Fury and Tony Stark right at Rainey's Donuts, I'm like, wait, that kills him? No. And then they figured out a way to kill the Hulk. Like, can you believe that? And then basically kill all the Avengers and Hank Pym of all people. Like, why? And he wears the yellow jacket armor from the comics, he actually did wear that first outfit before he became the Ant-Man. Or I think that's a what if, I'm not sure, but yeah.
Dante, man, good question, man, and thank you, man, for chiming in. With the Wasp.
My bad, Dante's back. Shout out Dante. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, Dante always he on it.
Yeah, man, I mean, that's a good question. I don't know if that is I think him wearing the yellow jacket outfit is a what if scenario. I really do. I think just history changed the course, so he's not just Ant-Man, but he's using his power to just do something different, and he's using another costume. Yeah, it would be very interesting. Eventually was Ant-Man, and then maybe he decided to just fuck it, I'm going to do this now. I'm going to be the Wasp. So, I mean, I don't know. But, yeah, man, I'm with you. The whole thing had me on edge the whole time, man. And you guys want to chime in on what Dante was saying?
No, I think that costume, with the shit, that's some shit you do as a father, yo. Be like, yo, I got the shit's fire. I'm going to give it to you. You fucking my daughter. I'm gonna give you the most fire shit. I'm gonna give you my most fire shit where you fucking my daughter. Probably not, yo. I'm gonna give you, do your thing. Let me see what you got. I mean, that's basically what it come down to. Honestly, yo, that'd be you know what I'm saying? If a dude fucking your daughter, phenom, I mean, I'm sorry, I because you had a real daughter. A hypothetical of a dude was fucking your daughter, Corey. And he's like, yo, I got this. And you got some shit to make it better. You'll be like,
Yeah, you're gonna get
you work that out because you're holding your shit to. Because when it come down to it, this will be that day. You don't test you, be like, all right, this is what I got, player. Like, you know what I mean? Like you hold out that little Dr. Octopus shit. You gotta hold that shit out. My bad. That's all I got. That don't make sense.
What about you?
I mean, I like everything Dante said though. I mean, you could tell by his excitement, like he was throwing off just like everybody else was throwing off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, the way Tony Stark died was like a way nobody thought he would die. They thought he would die in combat, not coming back from a combat mission, eating donuts, chilling, and then he gets snuck up by Black Widow. She thought she was doing something. She didn't know either. But that's the thing. Like, to go back to what she tracked down the Hulk at the institute or the campus or what have you, and when the Hulk got shot, that's how the Yellow Jacket got into him, like on the bullet or something, right?
Yeah, through the bullet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I mean, and that's the thing. Like it's, I don't know, man. This whole episode had me blown, yo.
I will say that was one of the one times I was really surprised because honestly, unfortunately, I read the preview. Like I said, in the preview it was like Nick Fury tries to assemble the Avengers and the serial killers killing them off type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But when the Hulk died, I was like, oh shit, because honestly, I'd be like, the Hulk can't die because you make him mad. The more you hurt him, the more powerful he gets. So I was just like, it don't matter what you do to him because whatever you do to him, the more powerful he gets. So I was just surprised when he died. I was like, oh, damn. And nobody had green slime on them afterwards. So everybody should look like
they ain't show it.
What was the Nickelodeon show?
You can't do that on television.
Everybody should look like they was extra. You can't do that on television. Everybody should have green slime on them. Like when she was like, I can't believe he died. Yo, that motherfucker exploded. She should have had that shit all over. She should have looked like a bad Bang Bros.
It looked like a bunch of green chewed up gum.
But it should have definitely looked like a bad facial skeet.
Yeah, it looks crazy. All right, we're going to go to a comment, and then we're going to go to something else I want to touch on that was near the end of the episode, but this time we may tap onto it as well. So let's just get to it real quick. Oh, there we go. Hold on.
And to be honest, they had some of the scenes from some of the movies, and they changed some of them around. Like the Incredible Hulk scene, just like where they had like the Hulk at. Now in that one, he just slams on the ground and breaks a glass in the movie. Now in this one, he literally chucks the tanks away. He literally slams them like the tanks away. That's pretty goddamn cool.
Yeah, I remember that scene I actually really enjoyed the Incredible Hulk movie with Edward Norton, and I remember that whole campus scene. That was one of my favorite scenes in that whole movie, and that pretty much is almost kind of beat for beat. And the instance where they're in the glass container, that's the Hulk with Betty. But instead this time it's Hulk with Black Widow. So it's different, but it's still the same though. But I'm with you, man. I'm very shocked how the Hulk died, but it was really cool. I wanted to tap on something that was at the end of this episode, and they go after all the Avengers in this episode. And we all know that at the very end, the Watcher is saying, like, even though you always are killing the people that are here to do good, there's always some other people that are still around to help bring that hope into the world. So it winds up showing Captain America. He finds Captain America still frozen in the ice, and he's like, oh, man, there you are, Cap. And then right behind him, you see old girl, Captain Marvel, like, yo, where's the fight? Like, what's going on next? So then it lets you know, like, hey, this is going to be the Avengers that are going to form now that this particular situation didn't work out. So it lets you know, like, the Avengers are going to form anyway, regardless of what door you close. It just depends on who are the people that want to fill those slots. So Captain America clearly is going to be there. Captain Marvel. What did y'all guys think about that? And do you have any theories on who the other 2 or 3 Avengers would have been now that we don't have the others?
Good.
I'll start with you.
No,
I
you
mean,
can add this one because you don't want to know what I'm gonna say. Go ahead, Phoenix.
I can give two fucks about Miss Marvel, yo, or Captain Marvel, yo. So I mean, like,
Oh damn.
for the movie did nothing for me. The character does nothing for me. But what happens if that frozen cap is a zombie cap, yo?
I hope so. Because honestly, if a
might
good
be.
guy doesn't go bad soon, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Even though I'm enjoying them, if a good guy don't go bad, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah. Well, man, at least we had a bad guy winning in this episode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, a good guy did go bad, Hank Pym. I mean, that dude went medieval. He killed people. So that was a good guy going bad.
But I ain't really give a fuck about him, man. My bad. I'm sorry. I mean, honestly, he off like major characters too. But I still really never cared. I don't care about him in the movies. I don't care about him now. And like, that's why I said like when you go to Phenom first, like Miss Marvel. Like I ain't gonna lie. What's my boy Mad Skills? He got the Hip Hop Confessions. My Marvel Confessions. I never watched Miss Marvel, and I didn't skip a beat. I woke up every day. I rolled over every day. It's like, whoo. I woke up every morning. I'm good. I haven't seen Miss Marvel. I don't know what happened. I have no idea what even happened in the movie. And guess what? I can still follow along. So I'm good.
True.
So,
it's not a movie that you have to see. It is honestly true. You don't have to see.
I'll let you can do the interest key. I'll just find out what I missed.
I mean, you don't got to see it, but it kind of ties it together. I mean, because like when Thanos snapped his fingers and Nick Fury sent off a message, he was like, "Oh shit." Mm-hmm. We didn't know who the message was going to.
No.
But
you ain't gotta watch the movies to find out. I saw the end of the one movie. I forgot which movie it was. He sent the beeper message off.
Yeah, it was Infinity War. Whatever Thanos snapped his fingers. Yeah.
And they said Captain Marvel happened, whatever. And I watched Endgame. And I was like, "Yo, I'm good." I have no idea what even happened in that movie, and I'm good.
Right.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I can go for that. I mean, you it's not a movie that is necessary to see nor to fill in the blanks. It's just a good thing to watch because you already know about the beeper without even watching Captain Marvel because they show it at the end of Infinity War with the snaps. But she gives that beeper to him in the Captain Marvel movie, but you don't need to see the movie because at the very end of the end credit scene in Infinity War, he pulls the beeper out and it's showing that he's trying to call Captain Marvel, which is what they reference in this What If series when he goes in and pulls out the beeper. You already know, okay, he's reaching out to Captain Marvel somewhere. So I really enjoyed that. I really like the fact that I got to saw Captain America's shield. I was like, okay, this is cool. Now he's still going to try to do the Avengers Initiative, except it's going to be Captain America, Captain Marvel. And it had me thinking, like, what other characters would they possibly get? So I was thinking, of course, we have
Killmonger.
Very well, yes. Killmonger, because in this universe, Killmonger, well, we don't know, but possibly in this universe, Killmonger could be good. And, you got Spider-Man still, possibly. So there are some other people that you still can get. I mean, there's a lot of vast array of characters in the Marvel universe that he could get. He could get the Fantastic Four, could get Daredevil. Who knows what else he could get? But it just had me thinking about a lot of things, man. But with this episode, overall, out of all the 3 episodes, would y'all say this was y'all favorite?
I think it was. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, because it's a different take. It wasn't.
I saw laughing.
All right, hold on, Ali. Go ahead, Phoenix.
No, I said it wasn't as happy-go-lucky. I mean, it was really like kind of morbid. Like I'm saying, like, oh shit, these our superheroes are dying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it was good. It was definitely good. It held my attention the whole time. I mean, like, when I was watching the previous one, it was good. But, no, I started looking on Amazon for something, still listening. But this one, I was actually looking at the screen the whole time.
Yeah, same here, man. On this particular episode, I was tuned in. I was waiting to see what was happening next. I didn't know what was going to happen next. I was trying to figure out who was killing them. I was on edge the whole time, and I was in complete, utter shock every time somebody else was being killed. And to find out that Hank Pym at the very end was the guy that was doing it, I was like, whoa, what a hell of an episode. So I really enjoyed this episode from beginning to end. This episode is a thumbs up for me. I don't know where to rank it up on the other episodes, but it's damn good for me, man. Holly, what about you?
Look, that's what I'm gonna bring it back, yo. Maybe I missed it, yo. I know why he was killing them. I'm saying it was just off him just saying her saying hope, and all of a sudden he's like, boop, boop, I brought it all together. Like that shit
it was the article too. She was researching and she figured it out before she can even talk about it.
Right. Okay. Let me explain.
I just think it was a lot of bullshit. Bringing it together, blah blah blah, ended out.
It's only 30 minutes, so it got to skip over a lot.
Yeah,
of shit.
It does.
Go ahead.
I think this college need to be more than a 30-minute show. That's what I was gonna say for you.
Let me explain. All right. So Hope was Hank Pym's wife, daughter. Okay. Mm-hmm. She used to work with Shield.
I know who she is.
She went on Shield missions just like Black Widow and died.
Yes.
And Hank Pym blamed Shield for her death.
And again, my thing was I know why he did it. I just said how they came together. How did she figure out it came together with Nick Fury was just off a voice message. Hope, and it was like, let me see your boss. Next thing you know, we was there. I was like, it's a 30-minute show. But I didn't like that. I thought it was...
All right, well, okay. So you're saying, how does he figure out it's hope by her just saying it's hope, it's hope?
Yeah, I thought all that was a little quick wrap up because it's a 30-minute show. So I didn't I didn't like that.
I mean, well, look, I think you're okay. If you want to really start digging in the weeds, the reason why I think he figured it out is because he worked with Hope. So he knows what Hope is capable of. And he's probably thinking, okay, if Hope is no longer here, who else could do this exact same thing to us that's not Hope? And it'll be Hank Pym.
I'm going to tell you, as a casual fan, I never seen him and Hope on the same screen together. So I was, again, like... How he figured this shit out quick. Honestly, that's when it got to that joint, and it was like I was like, he just figured it out quick. I was like, whatever. This is wrap it up, 30 minutes.
Yeah. When you're doing a cartoon, sometimes you have to look at the cutting room floor and like, okay, am I going to waste another 5 minutes of this cartoon and explain that? It may take away the flow of the cartoon because at this point it was flowing. It was really flowing. So if you try to explain that part right there on why he's mad with Hope, it would have taken away the reveal of Hank Pym showing up at that particular point.
But they could have revealed it. There's other ways to reveal it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I mean, hey, it's not your cup of tea, man.
This is what I'm gonna tell you, yo. Movies. I watch movies. I just watch movies for entertainment. I watch a lot of TV. And I watch a lot of TV. I watched a lot of shit. I'm binging Billions right now. All week I've been binging Billions for the season.
Season 4 about to start.
No, season 6 about to start, fella.
It's on season 6?
Yes, sir. But either way, I've been binging it. There's so many different ways they could have did this episode to do it. Even in 30 minutes, I just know because I watched a lot of TV. And I just didn't like how they did it. And trust me,
nothing wrong with that.
And I will say this, even in the 30 minutes they could have did it would have never satisfied everybody. I would have still been like, yo, there's some holes, but I understand it. I just don't understand this one because it was just like, it's Hope. I know it's them. Like, nah, bro. Yeah, and anything. They could have just put a little taste of something in either the Iron Man,
like I said,
or the Hawkeye. They could just put a little taste of something. When you got short episodes, you gotta put a little taste of something in there.
Yeah, I can get with you with that.
That's all.
Show them on a mission or something.
Yeah,
show something. Yeah.
I mean, that's all. That's all. I mean,
that's the point.
And then it's not that I didn't hate this episode. That's what I'm saying. I liked this episode. It was good. I liked all the I was like, oh shit, they're killing off these motherfuckers. So I mean, I give this episode out of 10. I probably give it like an 8. Like honestly, I liked the episode. I just didn't like that one part, which it was just like him getting the shit from her. And your boy from Shield, I don't know his name, the white dude that died. saying something.
Coulson.
And he was just like, I'm about to call Captain Marvel. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna drive and be like, send me to your boss. And next thing you know, it's like it was just like a disconnect. And unless you
this is a
are,
good point, man.
and I'll say,
Very valid
unless you're a
point. Very valid
hardcore
point.
fan, that
All right,
disconnect
so
was there.
I get you. I get your point. So we want to wrap this up here.
Yeah.
You gave it an 8. I'm definitely giving this a 9. Phoenix, where you land on this episode?
7.
I'm not giving it a 7.
I'm bringing it back because I talk more. I bring it to 7. Go ahead, Pheno.
All
right. So the first 2 episodes, I think I gave 8s on the first episode. I give this one an 8.01. I would have gave it more, but there's a reason. It felt like they throwing all these Marvel characters into the unit, like they hitting on everything. Like Hope Van Dyne, nobody give a fuck about her. You know what I mean? They ain't show no pictures of her, no visuals. They just throw her name out there because she's in the Marvel universe, so that could bring in Hank Pym. You know what I'm saying? But overall, it was definitely a super solid episode. I mean, like it captivated my attention, and that's all you can ask for. So I mean, like I said it before, like I don't know how I can keep getting better, but it is.
Yeah. Well, all right, man. That's okay. So 8.01 for you, 7 for Ali. I'm giving this a 9. It was a great episode for me. Other than that, man, I think that'll do it. So everybody, thank you for listening to This Is It podcast. We're going to wrap up this show. Go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, share, comment, leave that stuff on the channel. We are there on YouTube. If you don't want to catch us on YouTube, go to the streaming platforms that we're on. We're on Anchor, Google, Spotify, Apple. We are there. I'm Corey Roy. You can always follow me at CoreyRoy_. And please, once again, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's free, y'all. Ali, where can they find you, brother?
Listen, I'm with you right there, yo. It don't cost shit to like, subscribe, or share. Yo, you ain't got to subscribe. Just share and like that shit. Nobody care. Look, nobody's going to be like, yo, why you like this? Yo, they're not going to say it. Yo, so just do it. But either way, yo, you can find me at this_is_it_podcast. Yo, check us out. We're doing all the latest reviews and what's in the news.
That's right, man. Phenom 202. Tell them about you, brother.
Yo, Phenom 202. I'm on all media platforms, yo. It was a solid show, man. I'm super excited for Marvel, man. I mean, they really dropping some hard shit, but Ollie's gonna be very disappointed because Hawkeye's series is about to come out soon. And you talking about
I already know, yo.
FaceTime this. Oh boy, you about to get some episodes on all Hawkeye.
It's gonna be y'all too. It's gonna be Corey and Phenom, Fee and Corey. It's gonna be.
We watching this shit. This shit about to be a train wreck. He about to get some ratings because we watching this shit.
Yeah, we gonna watch it, yo, and laugh at this the whole way through, man. But it might surprise us, man. It might be good. But anyway, man, everybody, that'll do it, family. Thank you for listening to this episode. And if you don't know, now you know. As I said, at the top of the hour, we're going to say at the bottom of the hour, we're going to bring you that Black Dad energy, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Peace.
Yep.
All right, cool. You can hear me? You're on mute. All right, so eventually I'll need you guys to do the big screen thing. So I can put y'all reaction pictures up here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can take a screenshot. And I'll put those on the Spider-Man joint.
Man, they had a damn school shooting up here.
Really? Damn. That's crazy.
At a football game, I just smacked my fucking self in the head. Hold up. Ollie Baby Bladder Abbott, yo.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah. No, they had a shooting at a football game up here.
That's sad, yo. It's scary.